Our first returning guest to the podcast, I believe. Ladies and gentlemen, we're doubling up on the Sams today. Sam Day joins me. Hello, brother.
Hey, how's it going?
Good to have you back, man.
Yeah, man, it's great to be back.
It's a pleasure to reunite on a new set, on a new
stage.
stage.
Look at this.
Yeah, how was the journey down?
Journey was good. Only 90 minutes. Not too bad.
Full football match in that time. There you go.
Know, yeah.
I'm going to ask you about a bit of football later.
Yes.
I mean, not specifically, but you know. We realised, like, when we were in the office earlier, I actually think I left this here last time we shot, but we've got like an abundance of these NCS caps. So that's yours to take with you, sir.
Yeah, we need to
yeah, it's a nice
have a little event and just give them
And you
out.
told us that you stole something from us.
I did steal
this man
something from you.
is a brother. Last ADE, right?
Yeah, ADE. I nicked I nicked a little one of those little NCS.
Oh yeah, we got the little ones.
Yeah.
I think I got my one that I actually have in my house last week, considering that was a year ago. I'm late to all the stuff, man.
Oh mate, it's because you've been away.
I know.
You've been traveling the world.
I've been running. I can't really take
life.
all my like a big visualizer with me or the sign or anything. That won't work. What do you think of the new studio?
This is lovely.
Nice.
Yeah,
right?
this is so nice.
Yeah, serious.
Nice little team. Not that you can see, but
yeah, they're all posted off.
Crew behind there.
Yeah, Emily's working hard. We got some social bits to do with you after, which I've spoken you through. But,
yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, you guys will see them online. You were camping. You've been away.
I have.
I've been travelling the world. You've been somewhere in the Highlands or where?
I've been to Wales.
Okay, whereabouts?
God, I have absolutely no idea.
I have a caravan in Wales.
Really?
In like Snowdonia.
It was like right in the middle. Like I absolutely have no idea where I was. I was just traveling. Literally, what I had on Google Maps was just like the coordinates. And it was like they were like, just get here. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It was like get here, and then we'll be there.
And then pitch up. And who are you with? You came in quickly and looked at my notes. And what did I have wrote down?
Oh, Token.
I had Token wrote down. But it was Pocket, who's a producer,
Pocket,
right?
Yeah, Scottish guy. Fantastic.
DUSKUS, who I'm sure the guys know.
Yeah.
And then is it Theo?
Theo, yeah.
Who does like Fred's photos? That
yeah, he does. Yeah.
So what? Talk me through the camping. What happened there?
The
boys.
So we've been meaning to do it for ages. We've got a mate who lives down in Wales actually, who's a logger, or like a
logger,
a fella, or whatever they're called. You know, he literally cuts trees for a living.
That's sick.
So
he's making the world turn.
Literally.
What am I doing?
Yeah, exactly. We're here just making a podcast. Yeah, exactly. So he's got a little farm, or farm is the wrong word, I guess. A little forest down in Wales.
Mm-hmm.
And we just go to see him every now and then. Actually, this was my first time going because Simon likes to go camping, and Louis was down.
Sick.
And Louis' Pocket, by the way, and it was just really good.
But the heavens opened on you.
Heavens opened. It was awful. Yeah, I literally went for one day, one evening. Took me 3.5 hours to get there. I left at like 7 in the morning.
Oh, bro.
But it was brilliant. Yeah, it was so much fun. We were filming a bunch of content for Simon's DUSKUS to everybody. Sorry, for his new EP.
I love his like whole brand and everything.
His brand is fantastic.
We were we did a drive down. You guys would have seen it now. The little after movie vlog that we did for Beach Grind. When we were driving down in the car, we were just playing like a few different tunes, and we played one of his tunes. And it was, I think that the cover for the artwork is literally just like a shoe and like a film camera of like a shoe, like trainer running or something.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, if I was making music, that's the Sam Mason
band
to a T,
it's
man.
so good.
It's like my Instagram.
I keep meaning to ask him actually if that's like his leg, because it's a very formed buttock. I don't know if you've seen in the very top of the cover art.
Nice little rump.
Yeah, exactly. So like,
it's strong with that kind of thing. But I feel like you've had that brand really from when we first got to know each other, like a year and a half, 2 years ago now. Like, you've had like a pretty solid brand from the get-go, which is in that kind of field, the like lo-fi, like minimalism kind of thing. Yeah, I started out making like kind of everything really, as anyone kind of does, just like learning and developing skills and whatever. But then I realized I really loved kind of like minimalist sounding, but not like small, I guess, kind of garage and house and stuff. That happened with the EP that you dropped. There was that kind of sound, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Track. What's the track with Dust of a Pollen called?
Oh God, that was Take You Home. That's actually completely different.
That's got more of an energy to it.
Yeah, that's very much more of a Dust of a Pollen tune, thinking about it, because he's doing all that kind of rocktronic.
Is he still
stuff.
like making that kind of stuff?
Oh yeah, he's working on an album.
Oh, sick.
It's incredible. Like, yeah, he just did an EP with Lowly, with the Trap Nation guys.
Nice.
And but the album that he's doing now is just God, it's like musical genius. Like,
where's he based?
He's Berlin.
Yeah,
he's Berlin, and he comes over every now and then, and he's just a good mate and just a fantastic musician.
I want to run that song up again because the last time that you did the podcast was, I think, just as this tune had just come out, so it's a good little way to loop back around to it. Yeah, because this one's got it has that trap influence.
Yeah.
Man.
We made this on.
I forgot about this song. You're so right. It's super different to Someday usually stuff.
Yeah. We just loved it, and so we really wanted to put it out.
Yeah, it's so fire.
It felt like such a good fusion of our sounds, really. Because I made this kind of what we're hearing now, right? I made this kind of like I don't really know how. I think it was like some vocal sample that I just chopped.
Yeah, it's really.
And
nice.
I really liked it, and then it sort of. I think he went to get some lunch or something. We were on a call, and I'd made this, and he came back, and I played to him, and he's like, "Oh my god!" And then we like. Produced on it for like another hour or so, and then he went away and just kind of finished the tune.
But it's crazy that people have that in them, man. Like, it's just embedded. I was talking to Netram Halverson about like how just being in your bedroom and having that idea that can just suddenly run and turn into something like that.
Absolutely nuts.
It is interesting though, like seeing you say then how your styles combined on it, and you can hear it there sort of in like the synths and the chords. It's definitely got that Someday feel to it. When you comes to like collaborating with an artist, let's take like Dust of a Pollen or you out camped with the boys. I'm sure you guys have worked on different ideas. And
a little bit. Yeah.
Like, is it a bit of a jarring or difficult thing when you start working with an artist that has such a different sound?
It is, yeah. And I've noticed it actually with Bruno, Dust of a Pollen, and I. Whenever we make tunes now, because he's very much doing more of like a singer-songwriter kind of style now, and I'm trying to like do kind of DJ music and like garage tunes and that kind of thing, and the fusion between those two is kind of harder to get. And I think it really depends on what you want to do with the music. Like if you're making a tune for your next project and it's got to be a specific style, maybe you might have a hard time sort of blending ideas. But if you're making a tune that you both just enjoy making, or making something that neither of you would like necessarily expect your collaboration to sound like, ideas can flow like really quickly. If you collaborate with a house music producer and then you both make a drum and bass track, like both of you are in like this new kind of dimension,
like
I guess.
Unintentionally send you into a different box.
Exactly, yeah.
So then you're figuring it out together as well.
Exactly, yeah. And it can be fun to just make something that neither of you expected to make,
Yeah, for sure. Something's just come into my mind. I've got some beef with you, by the way.
Oh God!
Like I actually.
What have I done?
No, this is funny. So the first time that we met was when we did the podcast. When we spoke about when you released that track.
Yeah.
And we did a little day with Someday type thing.
Oh yeah.
You'd obviously known Dan a bit more then, just from sending tracks through, I imagine, etc. But we got on great the first day. Went for a little beer after. It was beautiful.
Love at first sight.
Yeah, exactly, man. It's the Sam connection. Got in the next week. Talking to Dan, he goes, "Oh, bro, you've got to see this. I have really bad posture, right? I have terrible posture when I'm sat on chairs. This set is quite good for me because there's like it's a stool and a back.
I think I know what this is.
I was leant forward on the podcast. I was like this, like really leant forward. And Dan goes, "You got to see what Someday sent me." And he sent what was, I think, like a Star Wars creature.
Oh, it's from Men in Black.
The Men in Black guy. And it was me.
You'll have to put it up on the screen.
Yeah, I'll have to get it. I'll put it up now. But yeah, it's me leant forward, and next to it is this Men in Black alien. And there was two things. I was like, firstly, fair enough, decent banter. I won't take it to heart. It's fine. I'll sure when his next song comes in, I'll brush it to the side. But the second thing was, bro, smoke me out, man. come for me, man. I'll give it back. Send you back a picture of one of those big walking things to start with. It's fine. We've moved on. And
I had to. I didn't know if you could take it.
No, I don't think I could. And I've clearly put it behind me. No, but that was it's good. It's good. It's good. It's all in good jest.
Of course, man.
He spoke about like the camping, etc. The UK scene's really got a buzz at the moment, I feel.
My God.
We've got Jake, who's at A&R, obviously here at NCS. But there's like this, I call it, and this might offend you, I call it like the UK producer soft boy scene. Do you know what I mean? It's like a sweet bunch of lads.
Yeah. It is. It's a very gentle, like I don't know, group that's kind of emerging, making this soft house music.
Yeah, but it's great. And then from the back of that, there's loads of nights that are coming out.
Yeah.
We'll touch on yours in a bit, because I know that you've got In Your Arms, which is coming out soon. You're starting that. But there's a few, like Jake's obviously got his Take One event, which you played. I think Thorn Harry is starting his own Link, I believe it is. Yeah.
It's up in Leeds, I think.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, how's it been playing Take One? Obviously, from time recording, you did one like a few days ago.
We did one. Like Saturday now.
Yeah.
And what is it, Tuesday?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, what's it like getting that scene and just seeing it grow?
Yeah. We did. So we've done 2 now. Well, they've done 3, but I played 2.
Okay.
The first one we did was like a proper kind of club night type thing, which was really fun. I think I did like an hour set, which was really good. You know, everyone there really sweaty, like 40, 50, 60 people, I can't remember.
Sick.
And proper intimate, and you know, just playing like house and garage and any kind of edit that I could get my hands on.
Nice.
But brilliant. I remember we had no mic that night, so I quite like talking like when I'm playing.
Yeah.
Like, you know, giving the crowd a bit of what for and like chatting. But we had no mic, so I was like, I'd had a few too many drinks anyway, so I just kept muting like the output and just shouting.
What, like actually just
turning the volume down and like shouting to the crowd, because I had no mic and I wanted to talk to people, and I was just having a good time.
That's so good. I think those intimate venues, especially maybe for your kind of sound, that garage stuff, it really is good. Like, I mean, you say like it's like sweaty, it's like you're super visceral and in with it. It's really exactly. Works.
Yeah, especially when you're so close to the crowd as well. Like
you're actually interacting. And especially if the mic doesn't work and you're in a small venue, you can hear
start shouting at people.
Yeah. So they were both in London, right?
Both in London, both at the same venue.
Okay, but it was a rooftop one.
The one we did on Saturday was like a rooftop day party type thing.
Sick. And who else was playing it?
There was Clueless, Camilla from UKF.
Yeah, well, I'll try and get her on the podcast, I think.
New Aspect,
nice.
House Guy, Magnus.
Oh, sick. Yeah.
Lots of like UK heads.
Yeah, it looked really good. And like I said, Thorn's got his event, Link, and then you've got your own one that's coming out, In Your Arms. First of all, big fan of the name. Gives me. We nerd out about Fred again, and it gives me that feeling. And then you went Euphoria, and I was like, it's like a euphoric night. Talk to us a bit about, like, I guess, off the back of playing Take One, Harry starting his thing, you starting your thing. Like, why did you want to start an event, and what's the plans for it really?
So the main kind of reason that I want to start the kind of like club night or shows or whatever is just to have more of it's kind of just like I want an event that I'm gonna love, if that makes sense. It's kind of a bit selfish, I guess. Like, I want to go to an event where I'm gonna love all the music, so why not just like put on this event, fund it, get everyone involved, you know, book acts that all my mates that I love, you know, got Dust of Holland coming over from Germany just to play. Simon DUSKUS is headlining it. We've got Magnus playing voice notes, and Shirley Temper. Shirley Temper is like a fantastic DJ.
Okay, cool.
They're doing like breaks and trance and that kind of thing at the moment.
Duo?
No,
just one.
Just the one. And yeah, it's just so good.
That's
but it's kind of like it's really stemmed out of just that selfish interest of wanting to go to like a club night that's all this music that I'm gonna love.
But I don't know if it's necessarily selfish or more of a fact of like there's obviously an audience for your music, for these artists that you've got playing. It's like if you can curate something that's going to feed that scene, then brilliant.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it's just to give platforms for these people, and myself, I guess. Like, DUSKUS coming in is going to bring, all this kind of like energy and this kind of character and this vibe, and bring a bit of a crowd, and you can like help platform some of these like smaller artists. Like we got some guys voice notes from Brighton, right?
Oh, sick. That's the new ends, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Hometown represent.
And I just love their music, and they're like the nicest guys. Harvey and Joe, they're doing like just really great tunes.
Sick.
Really kind of dancey stuff, but it's so emotionally driven as well. The lyrics are about like Joe's personal life and him growing up and that kind of stuff, and it's got that personal like level to it, but it's like so danceable as well.
I think that's the balance that like I think has really been pushed. Maybe it is off the back of like the Fred kind of rise, but that I discovered something like when I went to that first Fred show that was like, I didn't realise that dance music can make me emotionally feel a certain way.
Yeah.
Because especially being like a sort of hip hop head, and like I love lyrics, like I'm massive with lyrics.
Yeah.
Like and thinking like, okay, it needs X, Y, Z to make me actually emotionally connect to something. But sometimes even, I mean, you say about the lyrics, but like even just the way a song's produced can actually do something to you. And I guess to be able to bring together a night that, I mean, the promo material says like euphoria, like
exactly. That's
just a really nice thing.
Yeah, I wanted to channel this euphoric. The kind of my vision for it, like my tagline, I guess, is like euphoric UK house party. So it's like, the house parties that we went to when we were growing up. You've just got someone like playing like their iPod or the early generation iPhones in the corner.
Yeah,
it's on some like stupid like little speaker or whatever. And you were just in the dark having a good time, whatever. And that's the kind of vibe that I want to go for.
But that's so good. And again, it's back to that thing that you said with take one of like super intimate, like with people that you care about. You look around the room and like every other person is someone that you've got like a memory with.
Yeah, exactly.
So nice.
Yeah, that's it. You just want to be like with your mates and stuff. And we've got like a 350 person venue.
Oh, sick.
So the vibe that I wanted was, I wanted to get like enough people in there so that, really, so it'd be viable for the artist to come and play.
Yeah, sure.
Because ultimately you have got to sell some tickets, and so people can actually get there, travel. Everything costs money, unfortunately. But we've done tickets for like £8, so it's like a pint of a beer these days.
Yeah.
So I wanted it really just to cover the cost, because that's the other idea, is that I'm not trying to profit off this really. I'm just looking to cover cost and then hopefully try and fund the next one.
Yeah, exactly.
Put all the money in myself and whatever.
And what's the dates for it? When?
So London, 19th of August.
Okay, cool.
Tickets are on sale now.
Let's check my calendar, see if this episode will have gone out by then. Actually, let's see. I mean, if it has, then we can say that it was a successful event, which I'm sure it will be.
Yeah.
But yeah, go on, keep promo, and I'll check the dates.
Yeah, 19th of August. Tickets, or early bird tickets, are only £8, which is like really good if you ask me.
Yeah, that's really good, right?
And yeah, again, it's just to cover costs, but it's gonna be brilliant. We've got some fantastic people there. I think we've got sort of 6 or 7 people who I've spoken to personally, are all flying over just for the event.
Oh, that's sick. Where from? Just like around Europe and stuff?
Yeah, Netherlands, Berlin.
Man.
One guy's coming from France.
Sick.
Yeah, it's gonna be brilliant.
I think this episode will have either like literally be like a few days before, or will have just gone out. So I mean, either it's been amazing, which I'm sure it will be, or all power to you with that, because that's going to be sick, man. I'm super excited. I mean, I'm going to come through for sure.
Yeah.
I was meant to message you I might do some like little videography bits if you fancy it. Yeah, easy. That'll be sick.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's kind of so important? I mean, not just doing these live events, I don't want to sit on it too long, but to be able to translate music from just being on your laptop and producing, to give it to a crowd and give that back. Why is it such an important part of the music industry?
It's all about energy, really. It's one thing, you have that energy when you first make it, and you get excitement, and you developed your ideas, you put your passion and everything into it. But then transferring that energy into a live experience and sharing that with other people, it's like nothing you'll ever feel. Like being in a crowd when your favorite song comes on, your favorite artist is playing. You might start crying, you might like burst into laughter, like you might experience like genuine like euphoria. You know what I mean? Like seeing your favorite artist is like I said, feeling like no other.
Nothing else, right? Have you got like a dream artist that you'd want to like work with, produce with, or even just see live? I mean, we were speaking before we started. Like Pharrell for me just sits in like this realm of anyone. Yeah. I'm like, I just want to have a conversation with that man, like pick his brain apart.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to have a chat with Rick Rubin. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, bro.
That would be insane.
Just like the Hobbit of music.
Yeah,
but the goat, the absolute goat.
Like the guy who's never touched like a door in his life, but it's just like the industry like goat overlord.
He's got that like caravan, right, or something like he has like
I don't know, does he?
Yeah, he has like, I think there's a conversation with Rick Rubin and Kendrick Lamar, and they're like, I don't know if it might be a set, but I'm pretty sure it's Rick Rubin's. It's like his complex, and he's got this like old school big like bus caravan type thing.
Cool.
That's kitted out like to the
really?
nines. Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, that would be dope. That'd be so cool.
That'd be sick.
Do you remember like any your sort of first experience with getting into the production side of thing? I think we got a question from the Discord. Yeah, so it's from Michael on Discord actually. Thanks for sending that in, Michael. For any of you guys that are hanging out in the Discord, there's a podcast channel like section on there you can whack your questions in, so stick them in there. Yeah, he sort of asked what was the first piece of equipment that you remember using. Like you talk about DAWs then, like there's obviously all the plugins now digitally, but do you remember getting that hardware like first time?
God,
it's a good question.
Yeah. I think the first thing I ever got given, because it was Christmas, because I couldn't afford anything, was this Q9 keyboard. Right, it's like a MIDI keyboard.
Yeah.
Sorry, Q49, I think it is. 49 keys, whatever. And I still have it.
No way.
Yeah. It's on my shelf at the moment because I don't actually use it anymore. But it's just like a 40 quid MIDI keyboard. But I remember having it and I was thinking like, yes, this is it. Like,
I'm going to make it.
Like
That's
you know, just seeing the future in this bloody like MIDI keyboard.
Man, and then to think now you're putting on an event, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You need to take this keyboard and just like have it up somewhere. Like it's a staple. That's an absolute staple.
That'd be cool, actually.
That would be sick.
Mount it. That could be quite sick.
Like little light behind it. That's the kind of stuff I want to get here. You mentioned like we've got these. You said about getting like actual vinyls of stuff.
Yeah, vinyls would be really cool.
Dope. We're filling it up though. I'd like to know what your guys' favorite part of the decor is. I'm a big fan of the creeper. Big fan of the creeper. That's like a nerd Sam when I was little was, and even nowadays, Minecraft's the GOAT game, man.
Exactly.
I'll be all about that. You know how it goes. You've done it before. Gonna listen to some upcoming tracks.
Oh yeah,
we've got. The first one we've got, and Charles, correct me if I pronounce any of these wrong off camera. It's like management team now having Charles off camera. Like either she's on here and telling me not, or you just hear like a little chirp in the distance of like, Sam, you can't say that. You've got that wrong. This song is Abby Snow. It's called All Right. Let's see. Super minimal. Skip forward a bit.
It's got that nice kind of Ibiza feel.
Yeah, it does. Is it Cafe Mamba?
Yeah, exactly.
It's fire. I'm a big fan of that, like literally super simple vocal. Everything's
so nice.
gonna be alright. It's really nice.
It sounds a lot like Dillastone.
Dillastone? No.
Oh, he's fantastic.
Yeah.
Got a tune coming up with him soon, actually.
Oh, sick.
But he makes some music like that, and it's just
It's like, got that euphoric feel for sure.
Yeah, definitely. It's like that kind of like sunset kind of set, you know, vibey kind of thing.
We were at when we were in Estonia. I think I mentioned it last pod actually, but we ended up on this like rooftop. Then there was like sort of tech house DJs playing. It was sick, and it's just, you don't even need to know the song. Like songs like that, like All Right, like it just gets me. I don't need to hear the song, and I can just play it and like move. You've got the sun going down.
Exactly, yeah.
So sick. Yeah, strong song. Okay, cool. Whatever. Oh, you know whatever. Yeah, whatever are the goats, man. Serious. Yeah. Madness. MLs as well. That's amazing. Right, let's see. Big things on this one for sure.
It's one of those, isn't it?
If that's the sunset,
it's
like the dark room.
Yeah.
Jeez. It's a little breaking. Oh, that's cheeky, man.
It's proper swingy, isn't it?
Yeah, I want to hear the vocals on that. I want to got a bit of the vocals. She's got a sick voice, MLs. I love that, just like gaff. It's so sweet. Super cheeky. It's crazy because like thinking about like whatever, like I remember hearing those guys like when I was like 14 going through YouTube videos. Same with like the Cartoon Boys.
Yeah,
obviously
exactly.
You have Hugo who's like works in both of them, but yeah, we got a chat with them on the pod last 2 episodes ago. But yeah, what do you think of that one? So cheeky.
So like it's one of those you just want to go.
Yeah,
like that, you know,
ultimate stank fest.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's a hard tune, man. It's interesting. Like, I mean, I don't know if you have this, but hearing a song like that, which I mean, it's not a million miles from like the kind of thing you make. I mean, it's not super like compared to some of the stuff that the Whatever Boys go. Like, it's not super like heavy and like screaming at you. But I mean, you know, even just listening to that, when you hear things like that, do you pick up bits of like, oh, I could take that, like, oh, that's super.
Yeah, I think so. Like just the vocals in that last one were so airy, and that little gap
like, just before it hits.
Yeah, that's tasteful.
So nice.
So tasteful.
We've got a Rowd track coming out called Ready.
Okay.
Big advocate for Rowd. I was mentioning before, he's got this like indie dance pop punk kind of stuff. Really sort of, Dan mentioned in one of the podcasts about the shift in sound at NCS, and I think Rowd's a great example of it. I'm a big fan of his. So let's see. This one's called Ready. That's crazy. This is an NCS track.
So good. I want to put it on this, like in my car. Like,
yeah, it's a driving song. Kick into this chorus. There we go. I mentioned it with the Whatever track, but again, like me when I was like 14, like would be gassed over this stuff. I mean, even so now, that's so cool. Yeah. It's interesting because when you listen to sometimes electronic music and the dance music, it's easy to kind of to think that there's one way to take it. But I mean, Rowd is still within that ballpark. But that's like I said, it shifts towards pop punk. Like it's got indie dance in it. It's super cool.
Yeah. There's a guy actually out in LA doing something like that as well called Scro. Okay. But he's doing it. He's less pop punk and more like kind of like Midwest emo kind of stuff. So good. I
just feel like genres nowadays, it's so eclectic. Like you don't have to pick from one puddle. Yeah, like I know. You can go everywhere. It's
kind of like, I've always had that idea. It's less about the genre, more just about like your artist project as like a whole, you know, because just look at like any of the big artists, they do transition between genres. You know, like even Martin Garrix, like he started off doing like big room house, then he did like festival house, and now he's, you know, had some huge sort of, I don't know, just like pop tracks. You know, like with Dua Lipa and Bebe Rexha and whatever.
Yeah, it's super interesting, and especially when you see the big artists do it. I mean, I imagine for like yourself, like, or like any like younger producer trying to like craft sound and stuff, it's quite a nice thing to see that you haven't got to sit in a bracket.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really cool.
It can be like, don't get me wrong, like it's good to sort of create identity for yourself.
Hone your sound, for
sure. Hone your sound and like get good at one thing. But once you have those core skills, like don't be afraid to like take something from, you know, wherever, like, you know, pop punk, for example, like you take pop punk vocals, put it on a house track, see what happens. Like,
I mean, we saw it with like Take You Home. Like it's the same thing. Like there's still that core sort of the soul of like a Someday track, but it's sitting next to like some of your other things. Like it's completely different.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of,
oh god,
here we go. Himself. All right, here we go. Be the One from Someday. There's that euphoria, man. Ooh, that little arc. Bro, it's so good. It's so good.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, I do like that one.
So, Be the One. Talk us a little bit about that track, though. Upcoming Someday. Get yourselves at your pre-save links and save that one. Talk us about the track.
So it's very kind of like, again, minimal, but with like a new kind of mature kind of style is what I was kind of going for.
There's definitely a shift for sure. It sounds to me, compared to your last stuff, which I mean I'm a big fan of, but it's definitely like more refined. There's like a sleekness to it.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's that idea of less is more kind of thing. There's only 3 chords in that whole song.
Wow.
And the way it's kind of just like experimenting, I guess, and the way it kind of resolves is it just goes to like a different iteration of like the same chord on the last kind of thing. So it's like this, the bass line is like the same thing across the whole song,
just all the way.
And I kind of thought, like, why would I add another chord progression in now? Like, I like this. this is the tune, you know.
It's probably like a good bit of advice to give to producers. Actually, is that like I guess sometimes you could probably look at a project and think, oh, there's actually not a lot going on. I have to add more stuff. But you say
it can
less
be so
is more.
easy, like especially in like EDM world. You know, you see like on TikTok and whatever, people are adding crazy amounts of like sound effects and whatever. And yeah, that can be cool, but don't feel pressured to do that if you don't want to do that. You know, you don't always need to add like crazy amount of effects and little ear candies. Like, yeah, it can be cool, and yeah, that can be what makes a track. But like,
it's all about the feeling.
Trust your gut, feeling, exactly. Feeling.
All about the feeling. But I mean, super excited for that, and I mean, we won't go into too much details because we've still got to iron out things, I think, between ourselves. But what more can we talk aside from just the single?
Well, I think there's another single after that.
Oh boy!
And then there's the full EP at some time, but.
Dates, we need to get dates
TBA.
Confirmed. Yeah, but I mean, what in terms of sound wise, we can hear a little bit sonically there, like from what the kind of direction is. But any little hints you can give? Surprises, things.
It's a bit kind of all over the place, but we've got two which are kind of similar like that. So that one and another tune, kind of more housey feeling.
Okay.
And then there's a breaks track on there.
Sick.
Which is something I've never done before.
Oh man, I need to listen to this.
Actually, I don't even know you could call it breaks. It's just like. It's like a trance, but with breaks underneath.
Okay,
I don't even know. Again, kind of sounds very similar, but just like a different kind of vibe. And then there's actually like a lo-fi track to finish it off, and it's got it's like nothing I've ever released before on Sam Day. Like it's no drums on it. It's more actually, I suppose it's more ambient.
Like ambient,
yeah. And then it samples like some vocals at the end.
Sick, man. And, we'll and look. Unfortunately for you guys, you're gonna have to wait for that. But I'm gonna have a listen straight after this. Awesome. Yeah, can't wait for that. And once we've got things ironed out, I'm sure we can get some little bits for the people to hear. Before we round things off, this looking through my notes, this question stumped you, so I hope you've been thinking. I've saved it till last. So, you've been away with the boys, you've been camping, you've got your Take One event that you played, you've got your event coming up in your arms. Obviously, we mentioned Harry Thorne's as well. The UK scene has really got the buzz at the moment. Putting you on the spot, you've got to build a five-a-side team, right? And they're producer five-a-side, so don't put them down to like who do you think is going to be best in goal. You've just got 5 people to pick. UK producers.
Right. Okay. First person I'm going to pick, because I think he has a feral chaoticness to him that I've yet to actually see, but I know it's there, is Glimgy. Do you know Glimgy?
Okay, I don't know.
Okay, fantastic guy. He's doing like, I don't even know, it's like noughties, 90s inspired housey stuff. Yeah. I don't know, you just need to check him out. He's so and his visuals are like amazing.
Nice.
He does like a lot of like archive found footage stuff.
Shit, yeah, that's
very cool. Like overexposed disorder stuff.
Yeah,
really cool.
So you've got a chaotic energy there.
Chaotic energy. Yeah. And then controlled calmness is my friend Matteo. Yeah. He's a kind of behind the scenes producer. He used to A&R at Bitbird.
Okay. Yeah, sick.
I reckon he's like goal focused, you know. He's like get the team together. He's probably captain, right?
Yeah, okay.
So you got to morale kind of guy.
Yeah. Are you putting yourself in?
Probably not, man. No.
Maybe you just like bench if needed.
Yeah. I suck at football. I'm so bad. Bro, I can't think of anyone else.
Well, we can do. So you need like a kind of like, you need more of that chaotic energy.
Can we cut, like, not obviously cut, but I'm just gonna literally check who's
you can check through, sure. I'm trying to think of like who I'd need.
Who like, actually? Oh, you said UK, didn't you? So
yeah, I mean you can do wherever. We can expand it out. It's an interesting one. Like you've obviously got the boys that you went away with. You've got like Harry Thorne. He's got to be a good striker. Sure.
Oh, he's nippy, isn't he?
Yeah, he is a nippy guy.
He's a nippy lad. You can tell. You can tell that he's just gonna like see a ball and get to it. Do you know what I mean? Like he's nimble, and he's only like 19.
Yeah, he's like 2. That kid.
That kid will like. Yeah, he's got energy for days.
It's like Project Neymar, Project Mbappe.
Yeah. He's gonna be like full 90 minutes. Just, there you go. Sprinting.
All right, so Harry Thorne's making a cut.
Magnus actually.
Solid centre.
Yeah, he's a big fella.
Yeah, man.
You ain't getting around him.
No way. One more. What about?
My mind has gone blank.
What about your man whose name I got wrong?
Pocket.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, yeah, because he's tall.
Oh, he's tall.
He's got
winning
reach.
balls in the air.
He's got reach.
There you go.
He's my goalie, actually.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, thinking about it, because that boy's got long arms.
That's solid.
And I reckon he's got the tenacity to like die for a ball.
Okay, strong. I mean, in general, like even from just the 5 there's obviously a super cool buzz going on at the moment in the UK, and it's sick to hear.
It's very exciting.
Yourself at the forefront. Best of luck with the event. I mean, I'm going to be there. Sure, it's going to be amazing. Super excited to hear the rest of this EP and see what we can get working on that.
It's going to be good.
And as last time, absolute pleasure having you on.
Yeah, thank you for having me, guys.
Appreciate it.
It's been really good.
See you guys later.
Yeah, lots of love.
Peace.